We will hire more police, increase penalties for assaults on law enforcement, and surge federal prosecutors into high-crime communities.
Tonight, President Trump made many promises of what 4 more years might look like. If he wins re-election, it's law and order. He says if Joe Biden wins, it's chaos.
And as the conventions and in the campaign's homestretch begins, Denver 7's Tony Kovaleski is putting the president's speech under the 360 microscope, bringing you additional perspective from across the political spectrum.
Housing and Urban Development Secretary Ben Carson was one of the early big names.
We have a choice. Do we want big government that controls our lives from cradle to grave? Or do we believe in the power and wisdom of the people?
And the gloves came off early when former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani took the podium.
Don't let Democrats do to America what they have done to New York. Again, the Democrats are urging you to vote for an obviously defective candidate. It is clear that a vote for Biden and the Democrats creates the risk that you will bring this lawlessness to your city, to your town, to your suburb. Mr. President, make our nation safe again.
The president's daughter also offering strong words.
Washington has not changed Donald Trump. Donald Trump has changed Washington.
And then Ivanka Trump brought her dad, the president, to the stage.
My fellow Americans, our First Lady and the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
President Trump spoke on the South Lawn of the White House, a controversial decision in front of a crowd of several hundred supporters, all sitting closely and only a few wearing masks.
I profoundly accept this nomination for President of the United States.
In all, the president spoke for more than an hour, addressing a broad range of topics and issues.
From the moment I left my former life behind, I did what our political establishment never expected and could never forgive, breaking the cardinal rule of Washington politics. I kept my promise. So tonight I ask you a simple question. How can the Democrat Party ask to lead our country when it spends so much time tearing down our country? We will have a safe and effective vaccine this year, and together we will crush the virus. Joe Biden's agenda is made in China. My agenda is made in the USA. I am very, very proud to be the nominee of the Republican Party. I love you all. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
President Trump also promised more tax cuts and to land the first woman on the moon if he's reelected. As a point of comparison, last week Joe Biden's speech went 24 minutes. Tonight, President Trump's speech, more than an hour and 10 minutes. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.
Democrats in Colorado also watching tonight's speech, of course, with a much more critical eye.
Right after the president's speech, we talked to Morgan Carroll, the chair of the Colorado Democratic Party, and she says the horrible future the president keeps saying he's saving the country from isn't the future. She says it's the present.
The lawlessness is under his watch. The economic collapse is under his watch. The deaths from COVID are under his watch. The protests happening in the street because of ongoing police brutality, it's happening on his watch. So this dystopian future he's describing about what happens with Biden, that's right now.
Earlier in the night, we heard from Democratic vice presidential candidate Kamala Harris as she attacked the Trump administration's handling of the coronavirus.
Donald Trump has failed at the most basic and important job of a president of the United States. He failed to protect the American people.
As Denver 7 continues to bring you 360 coverage of the 2020 election, we want to hear your opinions. 360 at thedenverchannel.com.